Hey folks, this is Matt once again, and this time, thanks to the First Power 100 who sent me this, it is Undisputed 3 Redemption. And I wasn't really sure before going to this what I would think about this film, but I must say, I was surprised by this. Now, to start off, I'm not really a big fan of the first Undisputed film. I know it's Wesley Snipes, but it's a Walter Hill film that I just never cared for. Undisputed 2, I like, has really good martial arts sequences. Michael Jai White's your good guy. But the weird thing about this Undisputed series is that the previous film's bad guy, they try to make him into a good guy. Like Undisputed 2, Michael Jai White's character, you looked at the name of his character. The name of his character is the same name that Ving Rhames' character had in the first film. And stop me if I'm wrong, but Ving Rhames' character in the first one was put in jail because they thought he raped a girl. Now I don't know if it said whether he did or didn't. And plus he was, boasting about who he was. He was the best and stuff. Plus, of course, he was a boxer, but yeah, Michael Jai White was much more than that. So, like, you couldn't see Ving Rhames doing stuff Michael Jai White did. So that was like a weird way they did a sequel. But then you try to like, so wait a minute, this character in the first film was a rapist, or was it like, well, they accused of it, but you're not quite sure. And that's the thing, like, are we supposed to root for this guy? And then same with Boyka. This character here, played by Scott Adkins, in the previous film, Undisputed 2, he was pretty sadistic and brutal with his opponents. And apparently he was in jail for murder. But yeah, in this one we're supposed to care about him. And that was kind of a weird thing about the Undisputed films. So I don't know what I feel about that. Although, granted, I like, for instance, the character Riddick, and you say he's a guy who's probably has murdered before and stuff. So it's sort of one of those weird things. I'm sure people will have their own talk down below about it, so feel free. At the same time, I thought this was a well done film, and this was directed by Isaac Florentine, who's another guy. A lot of times I talk about the Ninja Turtle film that's coming out. I talk about Steve Wayne. Isaac Florentine would be a nice guy. This guy knows how to do martial art films. And for a low budget film, he does a really good job. It's straightforward. Pretty much in Undisputed 2, this character got his leg broken by Michael Jai White's character. More like his knee fucked up. Should say his knee. And it's, of course, sometime later, and his knee is sort of kind of in a way, a bum knee. Still a scar there. But he trains himself, and he's got long hair and beard, and he's pretty much the janitor. And people don't really think much of him anymore, because he sort of was the king of prison fighters, but now they kind of look down on him. And also, this character has sort of found religion. And then there's this tournament, international tournament, where they get a bunch of prisoners from different countries, and they put them in this one place, and they have this little tournament. So you have one from Brazil, you have one from Asia. I'm trying to remember all the nationalities. You also have one from America, which is this guy here, who's, you don't find his actual name out till the end of the film, but his character's name is Turbo. And I believe the actor's name is Mykel Shannon Jenkins. I believe that's the actor's name. And the fight scenes are really well done. Really well done. Isaac Florentine knows. And Scott Adkins, he's a very talented martial artist. I've always said he's a talented martial artist. Some of his films are not the best, like Assassination Games, or Assassinate Your Asshole, as I call it. But he's always been a talented martial artist. And he really shows here, just in this fight, to sort of prove that he can go into the turn, because they're like, no, you got a bum knee, but he's been training, and he handles pretty well for the bum knee. Kicks a lot of ass. Really, and you just see it's him. He's doing these flips and very acrobatic, but at the same time brutal. Hell, I would love to see a Ninja Turtle film like this. You know, my bud Raphael get into like a tournament. Hell, it'll be a Bloodsport in outer space or something. Kind of like in the 2003 series, there's this thing called the Battle Nexus, which was kind of pretty much a fighting tournament in the 2003 Ninja Turtle series. But Raphael didn't give you like a Bloodsport. That's me. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm a fan, so I always go off in that direction. But the reason I'm pausing is these fight scenes are really well done. And the story, again, there's not much to it. You find out that the losers of the tournament, they get shot and killed, but the others don't know about it yet. Fight scenes go on very well. These two start to bond. This guy here is American. He says he was accused of a crime, so I guess you get the hint that there's a good possibility he didn't do it. But they don't really go that route, whether he is innocent or not. He just says he was accused of it. And I don't have. Do we ever know why this guy apparently committed murder, but yet he has his sense of honor? Even in the first film, you say he had a little bit of it, teeny bit of it, because he didn't want to. He was found out when he found out Michael White was drugged. Borka got pissed about it. But here's much more like he's a badass, but at the same time, he has a certain sense of honor to it. And he wants to win to prove himself. He says, God only gave me one thing. I'm the most complete fighter in the world, and he wants to prove himself. And this character here, he runs his mouth a lot, and of course, Borka's telling him to shut the fuck up. And of course, they don't like each other, but they're chained together. They get to a point where they actually have a pretty cool fight where they're chained together, like one leg's chained to another, but they're having a fight. They get put in the hole. Boyka, he's hurting physically because his knee is impacted in this really small cell, while the other guy, it's affecting him psychologically. And since after that, they start to bond more and more, and I liked it. I thought it worked well, the bonding, because I thought these two worked well. And unfortunately, this guy, he did, I would say, kind of two fight scenes. You get one fight scene that he does in the tournament, because the tournament's it's only like 8 fighters. So you get one fight scene he's in, which is really good. He does a really good job. And then you get a kind of fight scene with Boyka with the leg chains. But that's about it. I would like to have seen at least one more fight scene with this guy, because I don't mind him as an actor. Granted, he's a little bit of a loudmouth, but that's his character. And I liked that him and Boyka, I like the way they bonded. Like, they're not being fed, and, he's talking about, I don't know what to do, and this and that. And Boyka says, don't think of it as work. Think of it as training. And so they start, because they get put to this rock quarry to smash rocks, and it's like, well, wait a minute. It's because the people who are running the prison, they are sort of full of shit, meaning they have their guy that they want to win, so they get the other guys to tire out, work in the rock quarry so that you go in, so their guy that they pick can try to beat them and win, because they put all the money on that guy. And it's this guy here who, you say he's a drug addict type of fella. I forget what drug it is, though. And you get the idea maybe even the managers of these two who put him there, they're being two-faced and they want to sell him out. And just to the point where Boyka, they beat the shit out of this guy, the guards, and this guy has to fight the main, the main bad guy at the end. And Boyka knows there's no way to happen, so I like the conversation they have, and this guy's like, no, I don't want to leave, I don't want to leave, I don't want to, I gotta stay and fight, and, why are you doing this? And Boyka's like, stop asking so many fucking questions. Helps the guy escape, and then he battles the main guy, and he's getting his ass kicked, getting his knee hurt, but like a badass, gets a piece of, I guess you call it a mop, wraps around his knee, kicks the guy's ass, wonderfully done. uses his knee, brace the fucking other guy's leg, and the guy's screaming in pain. And it fits the subtitle redemption. And then you think Boyka is about to be killed, but then this guy comes back and helps him out. And, at the end, Boyka gets to be free. I don't want to spoil it, but it's not. This isn't a film that oh my god, the twists and turns of the story or such. You've seen this film before, but I thought it was well done. I thought it was fast paced, thought it was straightforward. When the fight scenes happened, they were very well done, well choreographed, well shot, no shaky cam, no quick cuts that I didn't understand what was going on. I did. I like these two guys. This one got a little bit of loudmouth personality. This one a little bit of silent personality. I liked the way they bonded with each other. Again, I wasn't sure about this. I'm like, Boyka, that character, he's pretty much calling the bad guy in the previous film, but then I grew to like him. And this might be my favorite film with Scott Adkins in it, to be honest. I'm not a fan of Universal Soldier Day of Raping, because that's what I thought it did to the franchise, raped it. Well, the fight scenes are good, but the story is shit. Making Van Damme's character, Lou Darrow from the first film, into a fucking zombie ball like he's from Apocalypse Now, and he dies at the end. That's Van Damme's character. He's a bad guy now. He's being controlled to do this, and he's a bad guy, and he killed people, and he dies at the end. I love the first Universal Soldier, and this is what I was waiting for. This shit? Fuck that movie. I'm sorry. My opinion. Took a character I liked, and you killed him off. Took a character I liked, and you raped him. Yeah, I'm supposed to be happy about that. Ninja, mediocre at best in my opinion. Ninja, to me, wasn't much to run home about. It really wasn't. Haven't seen the one he did by himself. Forget what that group of films, like one was Stash House with Dolph Lundgren. I forget what those group of films were called. I haven't seen that one. Expendables 2, he didn't have much to do except the fight with Jason Statham. Let's see. Undisputed 2 was the bad guy. I'm trying to think of other films he's been in. Like, to be honest, the Assassination Games I fucking hated because it was boring and it was like filmed in piss yellow and lack of action and lack of excitement in Assassination. Show me the excitement in that film, please. You can be my guest. And then what was that film he did? Shepherd, Border Patrol. Scott Adkins again was a bad guy and didn't have much to do. I'd just say this is my favorite film with Scott Adkins in it. Undisputed 3. Do I like it better than the second one? I don't know. But I thought it's at least as good as the second film. Because I thought Scott Adkins did a good job. He was badass. His Boyka had some good lines. I forget what was that. I know, there's such good lines, but I forgot what it was exactly. It was, if you think I'm Tina the Toilets, what you don't think when I'm kicking the shit out of you, or something like that. I like the little bit of business at the end where you find out this guy's name is really Jericho, and of course this guy responds because, again, he's religious. I like that little bit of business, but it wasn't pounding it home into your head. And overall, just a fun, entertaining, straightforward action flick. I really enjoyed Undisputed 3. I definitely say 2 and 3 are better than the first film. My personal opinion. I'm not a fan of the first film. But this is a good one. So I was surprised. Me, my cynical self, I was surprised by this film. So I give a thumbs up to that. By the way, thanks for watching, take care, and we'll see you later.